Welcome back to another video, guys, from here in Egypt. Today we are in the magical city of Alexandria. And first things first, first thing I want to do is grab a mango juice right here. One mango juice? Yes. One mango juice acquired, and now we are ready to start the day. Let's go. Bismillah. And take a look over here. One of the best things about Alexandria is that it actually sits on the footsteps of the Nile Delta, which means that they have access to amazing, very good fruits over here. For example, mango juice. So good. And by the way, the price is only about 15 pounds.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
And that equates to about 50 cents USD for a large mango juice. And the next purchase that we are going to be making is right here at this falafel shop. As you can see, it's very packed. I'm sure it's going to be very great. One falafel, please. One? Yes. Thank you. Shukran. Thank you. Alright, and now we've got our falafel sandwich, and it was about 5.50 pounds, which is not even 25 cents. Now, if you only thought that Egypt was deserts, pyramids, and the Nile River, you might be surprised to see this. Take a look. It's the Mediterranean Sea. Wow, how beautiful. Yes, Alexandria is actually the only major city to sit on the Mediterranean Sea, as you guys can see right behind me. And that is one of the reasons why Alexandria became one of the most powerful cities in the ancient world. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that shortly after I eat my falafel. It is time for the falafel review. So take a look at this. Over here, as you guys can see, we have literally just like hamburger full of a falafel. They have some vegetables in that tahini sauce. And I can definitely say for $5.50, this is the best bang for your buck falafel that I've had in all of Egypt. But now for the taste test. Bismillah. Now, all of the falafels I've had in Egypt are absolutely amazing, but 100% I have to say, this takes the top spot. Number one, just look at that huge falafel. The portion is just absolutely amazing. The taste of the falafel is amazing. The combination between vegetables, tahini sauce, and that dry falafel is just perfect. So yes, if you guys are ever here in Egypt, number one falafels are in Alexandria at that spot you guys just see. Take a look at this. Right here, as you guys can see, we've arrived at the harbor. And as the name says, Alexandria, this is one of the old cities that Alexander the Great came to and established himself. Now, this right here that we're standing right in front of is actually one of the accomplishments that Alexander the Great built himself. Long ago, in Alexandria, there wasn't even a city. Alexander the Great came right here, and there was an island, which you can almost see right there. Where that building is, that was a little strip of land. In fact, it was a little island called Pharos. And what Alexander the Great did is, in order to establish Alexandria as an easier location for trade, he actually created this, what we see right in front of us, to connect the mainland of Egypt to the island of Pharos, and also creating right here a little harbor, which made it easier for ships to come into. And another thing that's so interesting is that long ago, this would have been the site of one of the great ancient wonders of the world. All the way over there, which you can see that building, that would have been the area where the lighthouse of Alexandria once stood. Although about 1,000 years ago, there was an earthquake that completely destroyed the lighthouse. But anyways, we shall continue to explore and see what there is to see here in Alexandria. Now, one of the fun activities to do here in Egypt is to try to cross the road without dying. The best way is to look at your route and run and pray to God you don't die. Now we have come to one of the reasons why Alexandria became one of the most powerful cities in the world, is this library right here. This right here is the Great Library of Alexandria. Although the one that's standing behind us is a recreation that was only created about 20 years ago, about 2,000 years ago, there would have been a library right here that held all of the ancient knowledges of the world. Unfortunately, it was destroyed gradually over time, and all of that knowledge is lost to time. But anyways, this is the site of one of the most important libraries in the world. So now you might be thinking, how was Alexander the Great, a Greek emperor, able to conquer such a powerful nation like Egypt? Well, we've come to the last signs of Alexander the Great, right here, a statue, to figure out a little bit more of the history. So now the story goes is that when Alexander came to Egypt, the people had their own religion, they had their own culture. So Alexander, being a genius that he was, what he did in order to gain the love of the people is he actually used their own religion to convince them to believe in him. And how he did that is said that he was one of the sons of the gods that they believed in, and that he was chosen to come down and to lead the people here in Egypt. So that is how this genius emperor was able to conquer the lands of Egypt. Now that our history lesson is done for the day, now we're going to walk around the city and try to just get a little bit of a better feel of what the city is all about. And look at these houses. It's very reminiscent of Rio de Janeiro. They've got all of these big buildings, and not extremely modern, but modern enough. One of the reasons why they have to have so many of the buildings over here is because Alexandria is the second largest city in all of Egypt, holding 5 million people. They have a rail system that you guys can use to travel within the city. And look over here, we found an old rail cart. There's literally people just hanging outside of it. One of the convenient parts of living here in Egypt and Alexandria specifically is their zoning regulations, or in fact their lack of zoning regulations. As you guys can see, literally everywhere you go, there's shops that are mixed in with the commercial and the residential. Over here, this is a residential area, but all around us you can see there is tons and tons of different shops that you can go shopping for anything that you guys need. Within a 5-minute walk from your apartment, you can buy anything you can ever imagine. One thing that may be interesting to you if you've never been to Egypt is all of the different things that they eat. Like this, right here. You guys can see, there is literally just pigeons here for sale. There's also ducks and other animals. But pigeons right here are actually a very common food that people eat. And over here, you guys can see we have some rabbits, a rooster, and more pigeons, and more ducks, and some more rabbits. And yes, this is actually a common thing that people will go to the restaurant and eat, pigeon. Now, one of the common ways of getting around Egypt is the Go Bus. And tomorrow we are going to be going to Cairo, so we're going to see how expensive it is for one ticket. Salama. I would like to go to Cairo tomorrow.
Okay. Police station?
Cairo, I think it's Tahir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
What time? Morning or evening? 7?
Yeah, 7 a.m. Yeah, that's good.
Mini bus or big bus?
That's the big bus?
This is big bus. This is mini.
Okay, I do the big bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Choose the seats.
42.
120. 12 بالليل بس بعد 4 الفجر 12 و4 سيدي جابر تحرير سكوير tomorrow 7 o'clock big bus.
We got our ticket. It's going to be 7 a.m. Hopefully, inshallah, we'll be right here. And the price was about 120 Egyptian pounds, which equates to about $4 US. Amazing. And just for your information, if you guys want to know, if you guys want to take the train, the station is right here. So if you're not Egyptian, the price is going to be a lot higher than the bus. And if you were ever wondering where the local Egyptian goes to shop, well, other than the local markets, we have come to a Western style supermarket. Over here, as you guys can see, there are all the regular types of things that you could buy at a normal supermarket. And the number one thing to buy if you aren't from Egypt or even Europe are these Nescafes. The best thing that the North Americans are missing. And to end the video, you guys have seen what it's like to be outside of the apartment. But now I'm going to show you what it's like to be inside of one of the apartments here in Alexandria. So as you guys can see, this is the living room area. Nothing too special. We got a little bit of a couch. This is the door. We're gonna close it right now. We got a light, some books and a shelf. Nothing too special. That's me in the mirror. And Wi-Fi connection. Over here, we walk a little bit, and this is going to be the kitchen. Look at this. We've got some old stove over here, a fridge, a sink, some Tupperware, and all the way over here, we walk, and this is the bathroom. We've got a toilet, a shower that actually works. If you want to have some hot water, you have to turn this on. Right now, it's already on. Okay, well yeah, you've got hot water, a sink, and they even have a washer machine right there. And then voila, this is my bedroom. So in the corner, we have a little beanbag chair. If I wanted to open the door, it actually gets into a terrace, but we'll leave that closed for now. We have a little bit of a desk and the bed and a fan, which even though Alexandria isn't the hottest city, when it gets to nighttime inside of the apartments, it gets a little hot, so the fan is very much needed. Anyways, that's enough for the room tour. And all together, just for your information, this apartment, a private room, which I'm staying in, is only about $7 US. And finally, to end the video, I've got myself a cup of pomegranates. I've had pomegranate juice before in Morocco, which was the best I've had in the world. And I've also had it in Turkey, which wasn't as good, unfortunately, but I've never had it in a cup like this. So we've got ourselves a nice spoonful, and we'll see how it tastes. Bismillah. Well, if I'm being honest, I can definitely say the pomegranate juice is a lot better. Anyways, so that's basically it for this time in Alexandria. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.